and I'm the Chief Curiosity Curator for What If 360. And that's my organization, and I partnered with Mary Alice with the Digital Citizenship Institute to help work and facilitate some of the digital citizenship summits.
We're representing the Digital Citizenship Summit and the Digital Citizenship Institute.
My name is Rob Jacqueline. I'm in Nigeria because a very awesome friend who was a Nigerian national. We met together in the United States, and I was working on a presentation talking about digital etiquette, and he mentioned, he's like, hey, would you ever consider coming to Nigeria? There's some businesses that would appreciate that. And I said, I don't know about working with businesses, but I would work with schools and teachers. Long story short, here we are, being able to put together a conference, a summit, talking about all things digital and how those digital components relate to us as people and when we connect with other people, all under the umbrella of digital citizenship. So it's kind of a long story to get to this point, but we're very glad to hear it. Focusing mostly on resources and tools and the skills needed when it comes to helping to teach about digital citizenship. There are a lot of global tools out there, but there aren't a lot of African tools that particularly relate to the African context of digital citizenship. So it would be neat to be able to share the global resources on how can local business leaders, how can teachers, how can even politicians look to see, as we embrace digital citizenship, how can I really help teach this? How can I share this? How can I become part of the conversation?
Well, I'm going to really be speaking about the future of digital citizenship. That will be the topic that I'll discuss because primarily the focus has been really what to avoid in scare tactics. And scare tactics unfortunately sell. And we want to change that conversation to really be a community-focused week. I mean, the reason why we did this in 2015 is this is a multi-stakeholder approach. We need all voices at the table. And so the idea to be able to come the very first time to Africa, to Nigeria, this is really significant.
I was speaking on my company, Digital Kids, and promoting all the awesome kids and stuff we're doing online.
I'm going to be talking about the intersection of curiosity and digital citizenship, and how we can use curiosity in some of the methodologies and processes with What If 360, so that when they leave the summit, that everybody participates, that they actually have actions, that they collaborate to design. So instead of just leaving feeling good or having ideas, that they actually have actions that they can start taking immediately. A couple of different things. One is that they'll take home with actual steps, not that they're being told to do or instructed, but that they've collaborated in groups that, hey, we are going to start doing this. I can't say exactly what it is because they're going to create it. I've done this all over the world before, but different things that do come out of it are actions that they can take, say, in their class or school or their community. Maybe it's starting clubs or starting their own business, or doing different activities in class. I also teach methodologies that people can take home and they can use any day in their life. And then I know we talked a lot about ed tech tools. I'm also here, I've partnered with an organization out of New York City called Beluga. It's beluga.org, and it's a platform that connects classrooms around the world. So I'm also here to hopefully connect with different educators and schools. It's a completely free platform. And they not only want to connect schools, but they do impact campaigns where they can connect with another school in a different part of the world. And they can actually, by doing their lessons, they earn points. They can then bring goods and resources to their schools, like computers or laptops or these things that we can use, digital tools, right? So the idea is that we can get people excited, ideas on plans of how they can use their digital tools, and then connect them with resources and places so they can start getting the tools that they can start behaving positive in good ways.
Just to come with an open mind when you think about digital citizenship, to say that how we treat people online is just as important, if not more important, than we would treat them face to face. And because that's the case, it opens tremendous opportunities. I never thought as an American I would be here with you in Nigeria. That was never part of anything I would imagine. But that happened because of the connective power of the internet and social media, and it has a really awesome driving force for good, not just for the bad.
My gosh, well, the last, I guess, takeaway is that this is everybody's responsibility. All it takes is one person to make a change, and then one becomes many. And we're really excited about being here. Digital citizenship, this is global education as well. And like I said, it's about learning as a community, and a local community, a global community, and a digital community. And we can do this, online and offline.
Use it as much as you can in like positive ways, like always using like different edtech tools and stuff. And for teachers, ask your kids how they would like to learn next year.
And how about you want to tell like some of like the tools that you've used this as like a learning tool, like the Skype-a-thon, for example?
I've done the Skype-a-thon, EdCamp Boxer, EdCamp Global, which are like all online conferences.
Right, but like this Skype-a-thon, I can tell you, it's an opportunity to break down classroom walls and connect with other classrooms and learn with other students.
That's e-learning.
Right, and so there are so many tools, and if we look at social media as the most powerful learning tool, and this is for educators and parents and students, then we feel like we can change this conversation. What's the line that you'd like to tell both adults and students about learning about the world?
If you want to learn about the world, you have to learn with the world.
Conversations, many conversations. This individual said, the people in my country need to hear this conversation, and they also need to be having this conversation with us. So I would hope today that we will talk a little bit about what we know digital citizenship is, but then you can join us tomorrow so you can come back and help design what you want digital citizenship to be for the country of Nigeria. You have a very unique opportunity to step up at this point and say, hey, I want to help drive, I want to help move, I want to help manage movement forward to help Nigeria be a positive digital citizenship partner in the world, globally. Now, real quick, as we start, some people may not know what we mean by digital citizenship. Digital citizenship is a very broad term, and that broad term has 9 elements. In the United States, there's a Dr. Mike Ribble from from Kansas State University did his PhD work in how do we connect with people using digital technology. That interested him because when we connect with people using digital technology, sometimes we let the technology get in the way of our connection. So Dr. Ribble said, hey, I would like to do my PhD, I would like to write my thesis on this. And out of his thesis came the 9 themes of digital citizenship.
When we look at digital citizenship, there are 9 themes. The first one is digital access. Access to a digital device, connection to the internet is a game changer for many people. If everyone cannot have access at some level, then not everyone can participate.
And if not everyone can participate, that has impact on local government. It has impact on commerce. It has impact on how we interact with each other, the sharing of information, how we interact with our media. So access is a very important part. And I'm excited to hear Mr. Awe talk, because that is a piece that he has worked specifically on here in Nigeria that I didn't know about. So I'm anxious to hear that. And finally, digital security. Each of us, when we go online, are responsible for being secure, not only for ourselves but for other people. It is as simple as how do I make a good password that protects me and the people around me, to protecting the person next to me. Am I posting things? Am I hosting things? Am I putting other people in the best light in a way that keeps them safe? So those are the themes.
My topic is reducing the digital divide, initiating equitable digital access in classrooms. There's a presentation here which maybe I assume the organizers will send to you if you dropped your contact. So, but I'll follow it from my tablet. Essentially, I'm going to look at what's digital access in Nigeria, the importance of digital access, and then the access situation in education. I'll make some observations and then I'll make some recommendations as to the way forward. So what is digital access? Essentially, digital access is a condition for digital citizenship. Rob talked about digital citizenship. Can you be a digital citizen if you don't have access to digital facilities? Is it possible? So that's why it's a condition. And my topic is really about what is stopping us from having access to digital facilities. What are the things that we need to do? What is the state of digital access in Nigeria? Digital citizenship is essential to participate in today's world. Digital access is essential to become a digital citizen. It's about accessibility to technology. Having access to technology, some of you have your mobile phones, some of you have laptops, some of you have your tablets. Then secondly, access is also about ability to use and create using technology. Ability to use technology, ability to create with technology. Because it's one thing to have access. It's another thing to be able to use that access in a profitable manner. If you have a phone, most of us have phones. I don't know how many of us use 50% of the capability of those phones. Most of us use it for downloading, for making calls, but you know that there are so many other features for your smartphones. Sometimes you know, sometimes you don't know. So if I give you a smartphone and you don't know how to use a smartphone, you are just as good as somebody that doesn't have a smartphone. Is that right? So that's the meaning of access. Access is not just having it, it's also ability to use it. So what are the problems we have with access? Before I even look at equitable access. Telecom has improved, access has improved, internet access has improved like we noted earlier. I've been in this industry for a long time, and there was a time we don't have all these providers the way we have there right now. In fact, there was a time you don't have access in your house, not to talk of on your phone. There was a time you don't even have phone. I don't know if any of you are old enough to know that. There's a time if you want to phone, you go to business center. You understand? If you want to get a line, you go to Nitel and you apply and apply and apply and apply and you don't get the line. You understand? When we used to use the internet that time, I'm talking of very early days, there was a provider, internet service provider known as Ross Plating. I can't forget those guys. That was the era of diskettes. You know what you do? You want to send a mail, you copy your mail onto diskettes. I was living in Lugbeju at that time. Ross Clayton is in Victoria Land. I will copy what I want to send onto diskette. Then I will go from Lugbeju to Victoria Land, and they will help me send my mail. Then they will check their system again to see if I have any mail that has been sent to me. Then they will copy it also onto diskette for me. You use flash drive now, right? Flash drive is 1,000 times more reliable than diskette. In the process of going to Lugbeju or coming back from Victoria Land, the diskette can go bad. Then you start afresh again. But I think if you look at that era, look at now, have things improved? They have definitely improved. But you see, it also shows you that infrastructure is one of the access problems. One of the real reasons why we have problems with access. If we don't have infrastructure, if we don't have access to phone lines, if we don't have access to data, so it is a major reason.
There is a need for special intervention because you see, I talked about rural and urban areas. I talked of other societal divide, because even the rich and the poor. So, but you see, what I'm trying to emphasize with the digital access is that if we really want it to really have an impact in the country, it has to be equitable. And what you do is you assess the level of access everywhere, and areas in which you find out that they are not being catered for, then you try to redress the situation by special interventions, either through using companies or providers, providing them with incentives to go to those kind of areas. And if it is individual, then you try to find ways of encouraging individuals to also key into digital access, because without digital access you cannot really become a digital citizen and you cannot fully participate in the digital world.
And so what we want to do is we need a what? We need a global army of what?
Kids.
We need a global army of kids that look at digital citizenship as, in fact, you said it, I don't know did you say, somebody said it's about community, it's about being human. And so we believe digital citizenship is about community. A local community, a global community, and a digital community. And we want to connect. When you solve a problem in your community, it's like skipping stones. It's got a ripple effect. And so you make a change in your local community, it affects a global community. And now, thanks to social media, it affects what else? A digital community. And so, that young girl, if our presentation came up, are there any classroom teachers here? Okay, we would love this little girl in Houston that we've never met, but we've seen her actions online. She created a YouTube with her grandmother on how to take old t-shirts and make reusable bags to solve the plastic bag. How great would it be that some classroom says, I've got some entrepreneurs in my school, and let's start a business. In fact, we was having a conversation during the break. We don't want to teach kids just how to fish. We want to teach kids how to own the pond. And the only way we're going to do this is if the adults partner with kids and we learn and do this together. So we feel like this is something that's like a verb, this is an action piece, and it's everybody's responsibility. I want you to know, I'm going to ask my son, how do you learn at school? Let them know how you learn at school.
We do a lot of worksheets and testing.
Okay, worksheets and testing. We call that Deaf by Worksheets. Do you have a class of iPads?
Yes.
How do you use those class of iPads?
Testing and getting ready for testing.
Okay, what you discussed about digital access, first thing is all kids need access to devices, to technology. But the problem in the United States, we have the access to the technology, but there's all these blocks and bans. So the only way they use iPads is they plug in an external keyboard to practice keyboarding. What a wasted opportunity. So this idea of digital access and the digital divide, this affects all kids. So now that we're up and running, you want to let them know what tool, how did you create this?
I created this presentation using Bunsy. It's a digital storytelling tool. You can create presentations, stories.
So this is a tool. Do you get to use this tool at school?
No.
No. This is a tool that we use at home. So since I happen to be an educator, he learns differently at home than he does at school. And so as a mother and son, we're determined that we can get all kids to be able to have what we call connected learning opportunities. So why don't you show them?
Here are some places I've spoken at. It's companies I'm a student ambassador for.
Okay, as a mother, I want you to know, all of these tools he gets to use at home, but not at school. Again, a missed opportunity. But then this allows a conversation as a mother about empathy. And to tell my son, not all kids get to even use these tools at home. And so what do we do together to make sure that kids have opportunities to use these tools? Keep going.
Okay, I've spoken at TEDx Youth, Digicit Summit UK, and Digicit Summit at Twitter headquarters, and the first Digicit Summit in Connecticut. I've spoken at ISTE. I was a student Ignite speaker. I've spoken in front of over 2,000 educators.
And this is where I have to say, I would much rather listen to kids than adults. So our conclusion is,
What tools will we use to share, solve, and empower?
that's the big question. So each one of us has a choice, and we hope that you choose to be part of this global army of just awesomeness. So thank you.
Thank you.
But I need to understand the background I'm coming from before I start my slides. Well, I'm a lecturer, I'm a senior lecturer in Mass Communication Department, University of Lagos. At the same time, I'm a UNESCO consultant when it comes to media and information literacy. Our primary aim actually is to push the idea of media and information literacy to the school curriculum, starting from primary school, secondary school to university level. And UNESCO is so passionate about this because we have come to an age which is digital age. We have come to an age in which human and computer or internet are now linked together. We have come to an age where you can hardly do anything without the internet. There's a lot of economic empowerment on the internet. There's a lot of civic engagement on the internet. We need to look beyond negative aspects and concentrate on how we can use the internet to do what? To empower ourselves and our nation. We live in digital age. We live in an information age. We live in a knowledge-driven society where the tools of engagement are all on the internet. And so our concern is this: terrified of being alone, yet afraid of intimacy. We experience widespread feelings of emptiness, of disconnection, of the unreality of self, and here the computer or the internet, a companion without emotional demands, offers a compromise. You can be a loner, but never alone. You can interact, but need never feel vulnerable to another person. That tells you about how people are engaging internet for what? For companionship. So in the very near future, human beings will succeed in wiring themselves together to such an extent that individuals, as we know it today, will cease to exist.
Okay, what lecture is all about is promoting digital citizens that are media and information literate. So all what I'm talking about, and then how do we now institutionalize them into school curriculum? We have come to a generation that is digital generation. We have come to an economy that is knowledge economy. We have come to a society that is information society. And all we are saying is that this environment, this economy, this society has changed in terms of literacy. Literacy used to be how to read and write. And we are saying that, and that is for a particular economy, industrial economy. But in knowledge economy, driven by information society and driven by ICT, we are saying that that literacy has changed. Literacy is no longer defined on how to read and write, even though it's a sub part of it. It's now defined on how to use information in ICT very well.
I'm indeed honored to be invited as a keynote speaker and to declare this very significant event open. I had followed events in the industry, and I can tell you categorically that the Digital Citizenship Summit Nigeria is a very worthwhile venture and will no doubt contribute immensely to the development of the ICT sector. I want to congratulate the Chief Convener, Mr. Shola Fakorede, for this very important initiative. I appeal that this event should be sustained for the benefit of Nigeria. I hope that whenever it is necessary, you will collaborate with us, or we in the government will collaborate with you to be able to sustain this program so that it will not just be a one-off event. I am happy to report that the National Economic Council has approved a policy to harmonize right-of-way charges payable by telecom companies and related public utility infrastructure on local government, states and federal highways. This policy will minimize the spaces occupied, burden on the roads and reduce taxes payable by the telecom operators. On our part as a government, we are ready to liaise with states and relevant stakeholders for the smooth implementation of the right-of-way project. I do appreciate everyone that has found time to honor this very important contribution to the development of our country. I also want to thank the Vice Chancellor of this university for providing this venue for this program, and to also say a big thank you to the Chief Convener of this summit for this most invaluable initiative. I'm here today in person to signify the federal government's commitment to work with the organizers of this summit as we engage in important discussions on the evolution of Nigeria's digital citizenship. We all have a stake in this unique project. We need to work together so as to seize these opportunities and deliver on the potentials of digitization. I would therefore appreciate to be acquainted with the outcome of this summit so that if there's any support that you need from the federal government, we will be ready to provide such support. I want to thank you so very much again for your warm welcome. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, I take the honor to formally declare this Digital Citizenship Summit Nigeria open. Thank you for your attention, and may God bless you all.
Personally, and on behalf of all of us who are coming here, really cannot thank you enough for the welcome that you've given us to your wonderful country. This is our first time here. If you could see how excited we are, and just every day and every experience is just so wonderful. And it's funny because most of our conversations so far have been about, okay, when we come back, all right, or next time, or when we're back in Lagos, or when we're dealing with Nigeria again. So we're already thinking about long-term relationships, about visiting and working and collaborating with not only all of you, but your entire country, right? All of you are our lead collaborators. You're the leaders now. You know, digital citizenship is new worldwide. And my understanding is it's pretty new here in Nigeria as well. But what other countries doing a summit on digital citizenship, right? What other country is out in the lead in defining what this is? What other country is positioning itself to be global leaders in this movement? And I've been working with Mary Alice, Tola, and everybody for a while now. And the answer I have is if I go back to the United States and somebody asks me, okay, digital citizenship, what is that? Where is it happening? Like, who's leading the way? That result in us designing and defining together. Yeah? And these questions can be anything. These questions can be anything. Let's start there. In fact, when we do what if, the big thing we ask people to do when asking what if questions is come up with a question that either has not been answered yet or cannot be answered. We want you asking impossible questions. Think about the impossible. Think big. Think even a little crazy. Yeah?
Digital Citizenship Summit is basically a foundation that we're trying to lay in Nigeria about the responsible way of using the internet by Nigerians. This summit is the first of its kind in Africa, and what we are looking at is actually looking at it as a movement, taking people from that bad name you mentioned to becoming responsible citizens. Digital citizenship is actually have about 7 or 8 modules. The first is digital assets, which we've talked about. The event started yesterday. But one key thing that I would like to talk about is digital etiquette, where discipline comes in. Because in my personal opinion, indiscipline is what leads people to the wrong usage of digital access that they have. So we are looking at a situation where after this summit, we come up with a communique where we pass on to the federal government and we will partner together in developing a curriculum in school and also have other activities that will line up to deliver this to Nigerians.
It has been a wonderful summit. Digital citizenship is all about awareness, bringing awareness to Africa. That is why we had our panelists from the US and some panelists from Nigeria. We brought them together to come and tell us more on digital citizenship. And it's not going to end here. We're still going to move it forward.
First of all, I must commend the organizers. It's been a very value-adding session. I've learned a lot more about digital citizenship. I've learned the importance of us embracing it as a nation, and I'm inspired to go out and convert a lot more digital citizens.
My take home has been like, wow, that's the feeling I got from this group. My take home from here is about digitalization and digital citizenship, being responsible on the internet, and then not just being responsible, being resourceful as well. As a public health specialist who is also part of the social change and social innovation, I'm taking this away because what I'm taking away from here is the involvement, or let me say, bringing in social innovation, to effect social change among the hearing impaired.
I've learned a lot. I've learned I can say upgrading my knowledge or orientating me about the importance of digital citizenship, the importance of interacting, communicating globally.
This is a very interesting summit, and we made sure we were here because digital communication is something that is of utmost importance right now. And being here and seeing the participation of both students, a lot of ladies and youths who are thinking of how they can improve their skills and the rights and best practices with respect to communicating digitally has been very awesome. And for me, being here, meeting these people and the organizers of this program, I'm learning what their goal is to help improve the likes of the youths in terms of how they can build their skills and different approaches to communicating, and also in digital literacy has been a very awesome time for me.
Hi everyone, my name is Adobe Sapphire Ogodo. I'm an actress, producer and a director.
Hey, madam, welcome.
What's up?
Madam.
What took you so long to open the gate?
Madam, we make a no base. I sent off over here the dryer for my clothes.
It's okay. Is my husband back?
Well, madam, since you are organizing commute, I never open up was a gate.
Lock the gate.
Professionally, I would say I started acting since 2007. I acted in Fidelis Jukars, Girls Next Door. Okay, well, in 2007, I hadn't gotten the major break. I just kept attending one audition to the other, and then it wasn't really very easy to land a lead role back then, because then we had lots, the likes of Rita Dubnik and Genevieve taking the center stage as of that time. So, but then in 2009, I attended Fidelis Jukers audition and I landed the major role in Girls Next Door. I think that was the film, or it was a series anyway, that brought me into limelight, basically. So, and then since then I've been doing lots and lots of films. I've acted loads of Nollywood films, ranging from Boss Is Mine to Amarachi, you know, the films, how we churn them out, you know. So I've done a lot. I really can't stop mentioning Royal Mission. There are lots of it. So I'm into the mainstream Nollywood, basically. Actors Unleashed is my brainchild. Actors Unleashed was born out of passion. Actors Unleashed is an acting reality TV show that is targeted at creating the next generation of movie stars. We know that our prodigies are phasing off, you understand? So we are creating a platform to go out into the local communities and look for these desired talents. You know, we're going to get them, we're going to brand them, we're going to hone them and project them into mainstream Nollywood. So that's what we're trying to do, basically. And the theme of the show is socialization and self-learning. We're going to build confidence into these new budding acts. We're going to teach them how to rise above their fears, teach them how to face challenges. Okay, so, and also one of the very sweet thing, or very unique thing about this, I call Actors Unleashed a coinage. It's the first of its kind, you know, because for me, most reality TV shows make their winners national celebrities within a very short period. But we are creating a talent management system. We're going to imbibe these acts and then we're going to manage them. So we see these people, we don't just make you a winner on Actors Unleashed and after 1 year you win and then you go. No, we've created a talent management outfit or platform to manage these talents and then help them and then make their talents or whatever their career span into years, yeah. So, and then we're also going to be using this platform to promote African culture and originality. That's also a very unique thing about this project. We are going to, for this maiden edition, the Cross River State government is facilitating an indigenous culture-based future of Cross River State. So now, apart from Cross River being on this for the maiden edition, in subsequent editions, we're going to go to different states. I believe that there is a particular story that resonates with certain people in different states. Cross River, for instance, we have like the story of Mary Slessor, and then in the north you have like Queen Amina of Zaria. And so I believe that there are several indigenous stories that resonate with certain people, certain states. Okay, so we're going to go into shooting indigenous culture-based story. Our history will not die. African history, as it were, the Black history, will not die. So this is what we're going to do. So black histories or historical stories, they're not what most filmmakers want to delve into. They wouldn't want to go into, because it's something that, I mean, if you're supposed to, for instance, if you're supposed to get a particular brand of car that was used at certain point, okay, so you're supposed to get exactly that kind of car so that you'll be able to depict whatever it is you're trying to show. If it's not it, then I mean, there is no need doing it. So that's why a lot of filmmakers are not, willing to spend their time and energy and effort going into this kind of stories. And then we don't find a lot of them out there. So what Actors Unleashed is trying to do is that for every edition, we're going to get a particular historical story that that I know, that resonates with people, and that we're going to do the story and then bring it to the cinemas, and then you get to watch it across the board. Actors Unleashed has a very wide range from 18 to 60. Yes, exactly, because it's not just the youth that are acting, but then because we cannot take everyone all in at the same time, that's why we're not taking the younger, really very younger generation, because of maybe some of the difficulties we might have to, take having them in the house with people that are not their age mates, okay, so that they can relate properly. So, but basically, we're going to have people ranging from adults from 18 and then older people 45 to 60 in the house. Okay, so if you're between that age, you're free to come for the auditions. Auditions are starting by 4th of August. We're going to 7 different states in the country. We'll be in Calabar, we'll be in Port Harcourt, we'll be in Enugu, we'll go to Benin, Ibadan, Abuja, and then our very own Lagos state. So and then what you just have to bring on the table is your talent and then your portion, and then once you're good, we'll have each person representing a particular state in Nigeria. We're having 36 contestants. They're going to be vying for the winning position, and they're going to be in the house for 21 days, and then thereafter we'll go ahead to shoot our films. Okay, there are going to be 2 winners, and I call them a queen and the king. I would say a queen first before a king, because for me, I think in everything, ladies comes first. So now we're going to have a queen, and then we're going to have a king. A king could win first anyway, and then before the queen. But then there's going to be a queen and a king, and then the first prize is a brand new car, 1 million naira, and then the lead role in an indigenous story of a particular state that we intend going to. Okay, to cover their story or to shoot their story. Then the second prize would be 500,000 naira, and then you come under our talent management, and then we'll manage you from there on. All right, we're going to have a competitive format, kind of reality TV show. We are not going to allow these people be in the house for a long time while you just watch them move from place to place. On a daily basis, there's going to be a task that'll be given to them. And at the end of the day, for every episode, for every time you're watching Actors Unleashed, someone has to leave the house. Okay, so that's just what we're going to do. We're going to just keep giving them tasks, and then at the end of the day, someone has to leave. But it's going to get to an end because there are 36 now. We're going to keep sending people, eliminating people out of the house till we get our final 12. So these are the 12 finalists that from those 12 finalists, we're going to pick 2 winners. But then we can't just choose, because now we assume that these 12 finalists are the best we can get. I mean, their talents level and everything, it's same. So now it's left for the audience to watch what they've done previously in the house, and then judge them, and then vote for them themselves. And then we'll pick out 2 winners from there. We don't have a talent management system in Nollywood, as it were. No person manages talents. No one, is interested in managing you. All they know is you come on board the film or they shoot whatever it is they have to do with you, and then they let you go. And then I'm not here to talk down on anyone or any reality TV show. Everyone's got their vision, everyone's got their passion. I know what I'm trying to do with this. So the talent management system is just like I told you, we're going to have these people after you've won, and then we've shot a particular film about you. We can't let you go, because that is when, because we've given you this platform. Now everyone has seen you. Let's say, for instance, Tunde Adekoya wins this particular edition, and then we do this particular film that goes across board, and everyone's saying that Tunde is won and all that. What happens after that? Are we going to forget about Tunde and then wait till the next one? We'll pick another person, maybe an Angela, and then the same thing, and then kings and queens just keep coming, and then they keep going. Now we're going to, apart from the debut that you're going to shoot, apart from the first film that you're going to shoot with us as the winner, we also have other production outfits that we're liaising with, other directors and producers who are major Nollywood stakeholders that we're liaising with, so that we now get these people, artists, to come on your film. Okay, so we know this, we know that, and then we get our artists come on your film. We do shoot our own productions too, and then we keep managing you until when you can stand all by yourself, and then you can do these things all by yourself. So that's just what the talent management system is all about, basically. Auditions, registration is on right now, and it's just going for a very little token. Flyers are on our IG at Actors Unleashed, Twitter at Actors Unleashed, Facebook at Actors Unleashed, and then you can log on to www.actorsunleashed.com, and every information you would need, it's right on it to know how to be a part of this. Hello viewers watching. Actors Unleashed for me has come to stay. Okay, I forgot to say, I'm a product of a reality TV show, 12 Ambassadors. I won 12 Ambassadors in 2009. For me, I didn't expect to win that show. Not that I didn't have the talent to win the show, but because you know the Nigerian factor, when people in the high ends just hijack these things before they get to us that are then called the lower class. That's of them, but now I know be lower class, so so what I'm just trying to say is this program or this show is going to be as fair as it can be. Trust me. If 12 Ambassadors could give me that platform without having any godfather, without having anything to give them in return. Okay, so this is what we're trying to do with Actors Unleashed. We're going out to get this. So if you know you have the talent, you have the desire, you have the passion, you have something to offer to people, then come on Actors Unleashed. Okay, so we're going to give you the platform to be able to show the world your talent.
Hello everybody, my name is Norbert Asker. I'm an actor, an entrepreneur, and also a team member of Actors Unleashed. Actors Unleashed, something you need to be part of. Here we're talking about originality and culture. We're asking people, we're trying to harness talent, we're trying to promote culture, we're trying to promote the culture of Africa. Actors Unleashed is coming up very soon, and we're calling on you out there who's got talent. Come, pick up a form, and let's see how we can promote culture, because it's basically culture. We're not doing fixture films, we're doing culture films. One of our primary movies for the first edition is Mary Celeste, which emanates from Calabar, Cross River. That's one of our epic stories we're pushing up first. Then subsequently we have other projects from the north, east, west, south, and north. You out there, you have the talent. Come forth, come pick up a form. This is strictly originality, strictly culture. It's different from the norm, from the different reality shows that you see most times on television. Actors Unleashed. You don't want to miss this. You want to be part of this.